Hello and welcome. In this tutorial, you will learn how to work with tuples in MVTec HALCON. Tuples are lists that contain 0, 1, or more indexed elements. In this video, we will focus on simple control tuples containing strings and numbers. The tuples that are used in your HDevelop program are listed in the variable window. Hovering over them gives you additional semantic and statistical information. HALCON offers many operators that handle control tuples. In this video, I will show you a small selection. For a complete overview, have a look at the respective chapters in the operator reference. Let's begin with the creation. The assign operation lets you define arbitrary control tuples. Tuple concat joins two tuples to a new one. Additionally, there are convenience operators to create tuples with a specific length and a constant value. Sequences, or pseudo-random numbers. Now let's talk about inline operations. Tuple operators generally provide inline operations, which are mentioned in the respective operator reference entries. For example, a common alternative for tuple gen sequence is this expression, and tuple concat is usually simply written like this. Another category are the arithmetic operations, things like tuple add, tuple div, and so on. Note that the division of two integers results in another integer, so 1 divided by 2 results in the potentially unexpected value 0. To change this, at least one of the inputs must be of the type real, so that the result is also real. This category also includes all sorts of trigonometric operations, like the conversion of degrees to radians, cosine, and so on. Using operations like these and the inline operations, we can already do some cool stuff. For example, we can compute the lazy caterer sequence. This sequence describes the maximum number of pieces that can be cut from a cake using a given number of straight cuts, n. To do this, we calculate n to the power of 2, add n and 2, and divide this by 2. When developing or debugging expressions like this, HDevelop provides intermediate results when hovering over them with the mouse. To analyze tuples, HALCON also offers set operations, like the difference and the intersection of two tuples. Additionally, we can compute features of tuples, like the mean, median, sum, standard deviation, the maximum, or the length. Particularly note the inline operation for tuple length, which is the variable name in between vertical bars. This is common, for example, when using for loops. At this point, I'd also like to mention a not-so-obvious use for tuple sum. When we display a tuple with dev disp text, every entry is written to a new line. Tuple sum unites this text in one line. Another category is the comparison of tuples. This can usually be done by either comparing the whole tuple or doing so element-wise. You can also change the element order, for example, by sorting the tuple. Tuple sort index returns the indices of the sorted tuple. This can be helpful when interacting with iconic data. Here we select the 7 largest bright areas in an image. This category also includes an operator to invert the order of tuples and a procedure to shuffle a tuple randomly. Moreover, you can manipulate tuples, for example, by removing elements at a certain index. When working with HALCON, it's also very common to select parts of a tuple. Tuple select provides a very short inline variant that is used in nearly every HDevelop program. This category also includes different find operations, which return indices of occurrences. If no occurrences are found, -1 is returned. tuple unique is also a very handy operator. It removes consecutive duplicates. It is often used after sorting the tuple to get every instance of a tuple exactly once. As mentioned before, tuples can contain values of different types, like numbers and strings. You can check the type with numerous operators, again as a whole or element-wise. Correspondingly, there are also operators to convert tuples into other types. For example, you might have tuples containing real values that actually represent mere integers. Here, a conversion to integers might save runtime in future operations. With tuple string, you can convert tuples to strings, with many options to customize the conversion. Have a look at the operator reference for more information and examples. The inline variant is often used in the context of reading data in loops, or displaying text. Speaking of text, there is a whole category for dealing with strings. Tuple substr works similarly to tuple select and has a similar inline variant. Tuple split is another commonly used string operation. There are also several operators that employ regular expressions. The syntax is according to the included Perl-compatible regular expressions library. For some practical examples, have a look inside the procedures parse filename and list image files, which use these string operations extensively. Another category of tuple operators is logical operations, for example, tuple AND. This is often used in the context of conditionals, like this if statement. Lastly, there are also tuple operators that deal with bit operations, such as bitwise and or bitwise left shift. Finally, I want to give you some tips regarding performance when working with tuples. First, it's quite common to have tuples that are filled element by element in a loop. Your initial approach might be to use tuple concat. However, for runtime reasons, it's beneficial to first create a tuple with the final length and adapt it instead of extending it. Thus, the required memory is allocated only once instead of in every iteration. Secondly, keep in mind that many tuple operations support n to 1 and n to n input. Thus, instead of looping through tuples, you can often achieve your goal with a single operator call. This concludes the video. We hope this overview provided a good introduction to working with control tuples in MVTec HALCON. For more information, have a look at the operator reference entries of the respective operators and the chapters for an overview of the available functionality. Thank you for watching.